Catherine from Catherine Learns Stuff. I've recently started making stickers, and what I thought would be neat to see is which paper I like better. So I recently bought this Koala paper on Amazon, and I bought it because it was 100 sheets for super cheap, and I thought, let's give it a shot, because I'm learning how to make stickers, so I might as well use cheap paper and see if I go through a lot of that. And I also had this Cricut paper that I got from a friend. This is the brand name stuff, and so I thought I would do a quick comparison on how it prints out on the both papers and how it cuts on my Cricut, and then also how the stickers look and how they stick. So let's jump in and see how that works. Before I print anything out on my sticker paper, I wanted to quickly just go over what we have as a base paper. So the Koala paper I have here on my right side, and the Cricut paper I've got on my left side. And I just wanted to quickly go over what the paper looks like and feels like before we do anything. So the Koala paper has a it has a smooth feeling to it, but it's not like shiny smooth. It is just, it feels almost like regular paper. And on the back we have a yellow label so that we know which paper it is. And the Cricut paper, it's got a smoother finish to it. It feels almost as if it's glossy, but it's not. This is just their matte paper. And then the back of the paper has the Cricut decal on it so that we know which paper is which. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send both pieces of paper to my printer to print off the same sticker sheet, and then we'll take a look from there how it turned out. So I've printed off two of the same sticker sheets. I've got, again, my Koala on this side and my Cricut on this side. Aside from the issue my printer is having here with some bleeding ink on it, the color that is showing up on the Cricut paper is a lot more vibrant than it is on the Koala paper. But having said that, the Koala paper color is still pretty decent. It's not great, but it is when you compare it to the Cricut paper, but it's still pretty decent color. It's just not as vibrant as it is with the Cricut paper. So what we're going to do next is we're going to send these both to my machine to cut them. And I'm going to set them on the printable vinyl setting so that we can print those off, and I'm going to use a blue mat. So I'm going to print them both off, and I'm just going to do, when I do the printable vinyl, it should print each of these, it should cut each of these stickers out as an individual sticker. So we'll see how those turn out. So let's send these to my Cricut. So I'm going to work with my Koala page first. The one thing that we need to remember when we're putting our sticker sheet on our mat, we want to make sure that the design is facing up the same way it was on our Cricut design space so that it doesn't cut the wrong spots, because if this is upside down, it's going to think that this sticker is here and not upside down, so we don't want to mess that up. So I'm going to do my Koala paper first, and then we're going to do my Cricut paper. So let's send this over to my Cricut. And this is set to printable sticker paper. Okay, so this is our Koala paper, and we're going to peel this off of our mat. I've used the blue mat because it's less sticky. And we'll see how this turned out. We'll see if we got a full cut and how this worked out. So the sticker sheets aren't totally coming off with this vinyl cut. Some of them are sticking to the mat, some of them are sticking. And we see that, whoa. So these two had a full cut. These ones are stuck still, but I can just rip them out like so. Doesn't give them the nicest finished edges, but it does work. Okay. So I'm a little bit disappointed with how this printed, how this cut out. I was hoping it would be better, but the stickers are still coming out as individual pieces. Just takes a little bit more work. All right, so we got all the stickers off. Some of them still have a little bit of edges around them, but none of the stickers have lost the full backing, so they're all still fully usable. So that's good. So that's the Koala paper. Now we're going to put on our Cricut paper, and we're going to use the same settings to keep the... Ugh. I just smudged black all over this. Oh well. So, note to self, that was still wet. So I'm going to put this into my Cricut and cut this out, and we'll see how this one goes. Again, we're going to be using the custom setting, and we're going to be setting it to printable sticker paper. Okay, so this is our Cricut paper, and we're printing this on printable sticker paper as well under our custom settings. Okay, so now the Cricut paper is done being printed, so we're going to check it out and see how it went. Okay, so this is the Cricut paper, and we're just going to peel it off of our mat and see how this went. So this doesn't even come off with my Cricut vinyl printer, and it has just basically left it as a, well, a little bit more than a kiss cut, maybe. I'm not sure what this did. So this doesn't even want to come off as a sticker. I'm not sure what to do with this. Well, that's unfortunate. So nothing happened here. So this didn't even cut out. Now I'm just gonna see here. So it's cut through the sticker paper, but not through the liner. So I got that there, like so. But it didn't cut all the way through. So what we can do with this is we can still cut the stickers out around the edges and then have sort of stickers that we can give out. So I'm going to do another test run with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I know that when I do on my Cricut, when I set the printer to cardstock, it cuts all the way through. So I'm going to do a test run on both the Koala paper and on the Cricut paper with a different cut, and we'll see how that goes, and we'll see if we can actually get something to work. So let's try this again. Okay, so I've printed them out again. Again, I've got some nice smudging on my Cricut paper, but the other one I don't. Color changes are the same. Color is a little bit more vibrant here. Same, not as vibrant paint color here, but still pretty good. And this is the Koala side, this is the Cricut side, and we're going to put them through my Cricut, but this time we're going to cut it with regular cardstock setting and see how that turns out. And I'm going to start with the Koala paper first again. And just to save time, I'm not going to show you the video of this getting cut out. We're just going to put this through and see what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so my Cricut has cut out my stickers on my Koala paper. Before I pull anything off, I'm just going to show you that there is a little bit of peel back in some of these smaller areas, but other than that, it appears to have done a nice job around the edges. And let's see how it comes off this time. So this one here is an issue. But now they're all cut out individually with this. So we've got a whole sticker sheet cut out with our Koala page on the cardstock setting. So I'm going to quickly remove all of these, and then we are going to do the next paper. Okay, so now onto the Cricut paper. We're going to give this a go through as well on the cardstock setting. Okay, so we've printed out my Cricut paper now, and after a few issues with my Cricut crashing on me and my design space crashing, I finally got this to print out. So it might be a little bit off because I had to restart it, and we'll see where it went. But again, you'll notice here in some of the spots where it's close, the paper is ripping up. So it's sort of the same impact that we had with the other paper. So that's sort of the same. So let's see how this comes off of our mat this time, if it actually cut out or not. So most of them are coming off. So we got some stayed on and some stayed off. So they come out pretty easily off of the sheet, so they've got cut pretty nicely. And then these tougher ones also had a nice cut, even though they did have some peeling around the edges, just like the other ones. And pull these ones off as well. Okay, so there we have it. We've got the Koala brand stickers and we've got the Cricut brand stickers. I think from my personal preference For the price point, I'm going to continue using Koala for right now until I find a better one. The Cricut paper worked out well. I'm surprised though that it didn't cut out at all during the cut on the printable vinyl, because that's what it's supposed to. I would assume that's the Cricut paper. The color quality on the Cricut one is nicer, and the texture of the paper feels nicer. But for the price that I paid for the Koala paper, I think it's good, since I only make stickers for my personal use and for my kids. I'm not selling these. But like if you look at just these two here as an example, you'll see that the color on one is this one's the Cricut and this one is the non-Cricut. This is the Koala brand. The Cricut is brighter, but it's still pretty nice either way. So there you have it. So I'm gonna stick with this Koala brand. I'm not gonna buy more Cricut paper, but I think once I run out of my 100 sheets of Koala, I will try something else and do another video and see which one works better then. So hopefully this has been informative for you. If you feel free to leave some comments below if you've got any questions. I've also listed all the products that I've used down below in the details of the video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.